What's up guys? Back with another video, and this video will be pretty different. I think in this video it's gonna be very short, but hopefully it turns out good. But I'm gonna talk about taking a driving test tomorrow, right? So tomorrow, I'm recording the day before I take the test, right? And once I take the test in the morning, the driving test in the morning, and I'll let you know if I pass or not. And if I didn't pass, then I'll explain in my vlog, in my video, why I didn't pass the test. Yeah, so speaking of driving, man. Okay, there's several reasons why I want to drive on my own. The reason why I need to drive is not because it's too expensive or anything like that, but it's because I need to drive to myself to my school instead of my mom driving to me to school every single time. Yeah, cause wherever I need to go place and wherever I need to drive, I always have to depend on my parents, which is not good. And if I can drive my own, then that'll be good and not a dependable person anymore, or don't have to take the AC Transit to travel to place or anything like that. But yeah, I already got my own car and insurance and everything. Okay, so yeah, I think at the beginning, I think I've been driving for 6 months now, so I do have confidence of passing the test. But I have to keep in mind of errors too, and like going to the speed limit, like learn how to stop at the stop sign, yielding to people, and all sorts of stuff, and the turn signals and parking like that. Yeah, I think it's the best thing to do is whenever you're facing challenges in life, you should not be nervous, man, because you're more likely to fail. You know why? Because when you're nervous, you can't think, or you're just too panic or anything. Like, you won't focus that much anymore. If you're 100% focused, if you're prepared and everything, then you can complete your test easy. Like, I think passing driving test should be easy. Well, I'll tell you where I'm going to take the driving test. It's in Santa Clara. Yeah, but I'm not taking the one in Fremont, although I live in Fremont. It's because Fremont DMV is pretty difficult. Like, the roads are difficult and all that stuff. But yeah, some DMV test is much harder than the other one. So we take the easy one, Santa Clara, and yeah, I think that sounds better. And I'm familiar with the Santa Clara road now. I think like every weekends and something like that. Like when I have extra time, that I do during my spare time, so I was just driving the route like where the DMV is gonna test me on my driving routes, right? So there's like 4 driving routes, right? I think for the test, it's going to be like a 15 or 20 minute test because you just drive on the route, right? And yeah, follow the speed limit. That's very important. Like if you go like 5 miles per hour slower than speed limit or 5 miles above speed limit, you automatically going to fail. Or you might going to fail. Yeah, so to pass the driving test, you just basically have to follow the instructors like giving directions, like okay, he or she may say that I turn right or turn left, and you just have to use your signal, man, and you have to look out for cars too. Yeah, so after when I explain about this, then I'll talk about the errors I made today, because today I practiced all 4 routes because I really want to pass the test tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day, man. But yeah, cause if I pass, I get my driver's license. If I don't pass, then yeah, the worst thing is if I fail, then I have to retake it, and my permit only lasts for a year. And I got my permit in September of 2017 because I passed the DMV, right? If I don't get a driver's license by September of 2018, which is 1 year, then I have to retake it, and it's gonna be too much trouble. So anyway, man. So I'll talk about my driving history first. So I think when I learned how to drive first, I was so nervous, right? It's like I don't know what to do. So on my first day, so we just go to like some parking or building or a private company where there's not a lot of people or cars. So that way, I can build up more confidence in driving. Yeah, so when I drive, I start driving slow, and yeah, I think the first few months, I mean the first few weeks of driving, I've been struggling, right? So I've been driving pretty slow and stuff. Well, mainly because I don't want to hit anything. That's the reason why I want to be slow, right? And being slow is not good either because you're slowing traffic down. And the people in the honk and get mad at you and they would want to pass you. So don't be too slow, man. Yeah, and being fast is not good either because when you're too fast, then you can get speedy tickets. Oh yeah, and slow. When you're too slow, you get speed ticket too. And when you're too fast, then you might hit the person in front, or the cop may wanna the cop is gonna give you a ticket. They may want to stop you. So let's not risk any of that. Yeah, and also one time I did run a red light at an intersection, so not good. But luckily there was no camera around, so I did get a red light. Sometimes I do make a major mistake in driving, but that was before. But now it's getting less now, which is good because the more practice, the more you'll be better at it, right? Yeah, and also just a few like months ago, like couple months ago, when I turn, I get into habit of not using my signal, then now using signal more often, and yeah, basically, man, very important you need to use signal, and very important you need to look too. You cannot look too long. You have to look maybe like within 1 second. If you look for like 2 or 3 seconds, then you might hit the person in front and or an object in front, which is not good either. Yeah, because car goes really fast, which is no joke, guys. You know that let's say for example you're driving 30 miles an hour. That means you're traveling 100 feet already in just 3 seconds. It makes a big difference, man. Car goes really fast. It's not like you run or anything or bike. Well, bike goes pretty fast, but if you run and you look back for like 3 seconds, then it's not gonna be too big of a deal if you're walking. But if you're driving and for 3 seconds, then you travel a lot of distance already. So yeah, and also, man. So during a driving test, you cannot have anything out. You just have to put things away because if there's something out and if you touch and stuff, then you could automatically fail too. Yeah, nothing should be out. They all had to be in the glove compartment or in the trunk or whatever, man. But yeah, so driving history. So that's pretty much it about driving, man. I hope I pass, man. And if I pass, man, I'll explain to you why and I'll go over some few. You can only make minor mistake, but if you make one major mistake, like running a red light, hitting the curb, or park really bad, or any major mistake, or if the instructor or the person, or the instructor driver tells you something while you were driving, then it's an automatic fail. Stuff. Yeah, or there's one thing that could give you an automatic fail, even though you haven't started your driving test yet. Like you need to know you need to know about your car. You need to know like where's your windshield, where your signal, where your defroster, or all emergency signal, and all those kind of stuff. You need to know the cars too. So yeah, man. So I explained what minor mistake I made during my practicing today before the test. So I try to remember. So today I did make a few mistakes that could possibly let me flunk the test. A few mistakes. So yeah, a few minor mistakes. So yeah, I need to watch for my speeding, right? And today I am made to stop and Yeah, you have to stop for 3 seconds. You just cannot stop for. If you see a stop sign, if you see a stop line, then you have to stop before the white line, and you have to stop for at least 3 seconds. But today I only stopped at 1 second, so that counts as an error. And also, man, you. And also, I have trouble parking too, but I thought I'd get good parking, but no. I think the best way to have a perfect parking is that you have to make a big loop, right? Exactly, man. Yeah, because if you don't make a big loop, then your car's gonna be so slant. But yeah, but don't turn too early or don't turn too late. You just have to make a good judgment, and then you park perfect. Like for example, like this is the car, right? And you want to park here, and so you have to make a big loop in there, right? But see, it's not that easy to turn a car. But if you go straight, continue, then then you'll be parked this way. So this is what I'm saying. So if you park like this, then it's totally crooked. Yeah, but parking at an angle is easy, but parking like straight is kind of hard. Or if you're, because you have to make a turn and all that stuff. But let's say the parking is right here. If your car goes straight, then it'll be easy, right? Yeah, but the test is not like that. But you have to park at the angle, just like in my college, right? Yeah, and you do have to pay attention to the signal light too. So let me explain really quick about the signal light on the street and in the intersection. So if you don't see a protected green arrows, you have to yield to the one that goes straight if you're planning to make a left turn. Because if you don't yield, then if you hit that car, then it'll be your fault if you're turning left. And the person that going straight is not going to be their fault. So, yeah. Just want to point out real quick. So anyway, man. So let's see what kind of mistake I also make. Oh. I think that's pretty much it. Maybe a few mistakes, but I couldn't remember. But anyway, man. Let's just hope for the best, man. I mean, I know that I had a really bad beginning of 2018, but then I have to move on, man. I have to learn what I did in the past, what I did wrong, to avoid having a terrible start again, and then, yeah, so I think 3 months of 2018 already passed, but time fly, man. Oh yeah, and this DMV is on my spring break, so this is why I planned perfectly, man. This is why I picked Monday as the DMV on a test. Maybe because it's my spring break, so let's hope things turn out good, man. And wish best to me, man. Goodbye, YouTube.